Hello YouTube, George here, and yeah, see me here over in Keena, Keena Equip Machine Tool Sales, Billy and Charlie's place, and we are going to lift the old column, table, knee, ram, all that assembly out of death row with the big gantry crane here. So I'm just putting a strap around it at the moment. Now I'm getting to lifting it here. A little bit of a dodgy connection in the remote of the crane, so that's why I'm standing here. So I couldn't really see what I was doing. So up she comes. Yeah, funny to see it, the guts of a ton in weight. They're just dangling there like a little toy. This thing will lift 25 tons, I think. I've never used one of these cranes before, so I was just being a little bit careful. Drop her down. Or not drop it down, lower it down. And the eagle has landed. Okay, so first job here is to get the ram freed up. Giving it a couple of love taps here with the sledge. And here is Liam. Liam is a nephew of the two boys. He's giving me a hand. So the only way we could get this to work was to get the pipe wrench on the pinion. I was shouting at Liam not to hit that face with the hammer. So slow, arduous task here of just moving the ram forward and back, whilst liberally coating it with oil. Like, this thing has been sitting here for years, so you know, it's kind of wouldn't be the driest of a spot. So, but it is fairly common for the ram to be stuck on these machines if it hasn't been moved in quite some time. So I'm just putting a strap on it here for the later task of lifting the turret and the ram off. So we just keep working it back and forward here. Like this took about an hour in real time. Not only is this time lapse, but I cut quite a lot of footage out of it. So it's starting to free up here now. We got a pinion complete with a handle off one of the other inmates of death row. So it's starting to really free out now. You know, you go to the rounds of taking the ram off out of its dovetail housing, and look, at the end of the day it's still a 60 odd year old machine, and it's not only that, but it's a 60 odd year old machine that has been abused. And you know, for the kind of stuff I'm at, it's very easy to get carried away doing stuff like this, where you end up tearing it down to such a state, and like the perfection that you're chasing, you're never going to get because of the age of the machine in the first place, and all the abuse it has endured in its time. So I'm taking out the bolts here to hold the turret on. Of course, they were all well stiff as well. Took a few minutes to get them out. I had been thinking I should have brought my impact gun, and that would have sped things up a lot. But get the hammer at this one here, that was the stiffest out of the four. There had been water dripping down on top of this machine from a small leak in the roof, so, and it had been sitting there for years, and we all know how much it loves to rain in Ireland. It'd be a great country if we could only roof it. Right, so there goes the ram and turret. We're just going to swing it across here. And lower it down onto a block. The sweat that came out of me that day was unbelievable. So here's the spider, complete with undetermined age cobwebs and swarf. That's probably the first time that's seen the light of day since the machine was made. So just putting some oil into the threads here when we put it back together. Don't be shy with it. The spider back in, it just sits on those four little pedestals there like that. Okay, so I put the ram and turret on a pallet and I turned it upside down and cleaned the mating surfaces on it and the top of the column and lubricated it, and down she goes. Strap off here and it swings around nice and easy. And putting our bolts back in. Right, so the next step here is to free out the neck. You can see the oil dripping over it there. Great fun here trying not to get dizzy. So we just worked it up and down a few times. I did it a couple more times after this, but you get the general idea. Now when I get this home, all that will be stripped out and cleaned and whatnot. So whole idea here was I just wanted to get everything freed up enough. So you see how easy the ram moves now. And just giving it a final dose of oil. So here we are, and as you could see in that bit of footage there, we had a lot of work to do in freeing everything up, and I wanted to do that while I had access to this thing. So we lifted off the turret and the ram and we cleaned everything, and I couldn't film everything because I was running out of space on the phone, but that's all freed up now, and I have just drowned it in oil. So I have it set down real low and the table in for when it gets out of here. So what we'll do now is we'll just drop it in over there. It's handy to get at. And it's free of death row. She's out. So happy days. Happy days, Liam, innit?